Greetings everyone! I am Mr. Dishwasher. In the previous installment, we discussed the conclusion of the Summit War, with Luffy recovering on Amazon Lily. At this moment, he reflects on his past with Ace. Let's travel back in time to 10 years ago when they lived in Windmill Village. Their Garp entrusted Luffy and Ace to the mountain bandit Dayton for their upbringing. Garp hoped to groom them into Marines, but both Ace and Luffy had aspirations to become pirates. At that time, Ace showed disdain for the newly arrived Luffy, even launching dangerous attacks that put Luffy in peril, hanging on the edge of a cliff and risking his life. However, Luffy had received outdoor training from Garp since childhood, and he overcame numerous hardships to reappear in front of Ace. Luffy admired Ace greatly and never complained about his actions, he just wanted to be Ace's friend. Unfortunately, Ace paid little attention to Luffy's entreaties, always pushing him away and collecting money with his friend Sabo to fund their journey to sea.
Wow, Ace!
This time, Luffy kept a close eye on Ace and discovered his secret treasure. As a result, Ace and Sabo tied Luffy to a tree. The Blue Jam pirates suddenly appeared, capturing Luffy and interrogating Luffy about the Ace and Sabo treasure's whereabouts. Despite the fierce beating, Luffy didn't reveal anything. In the end, Ace and Sabo couldn't stand idly by. They rushed into the pirates' hideout and engaged in a fierce battle, eventually defeating them and rescuing Luffy. Afterward, Luffy gained the recognition of Ace and Sabo, and the three children became sworn brothers, cementing their bond with a solemn oath. In this way, Luffy, Ace, and Sabo spent happy times together, exploring various areas such as cities and forests. Windmill Village belonged to the Goa Kingdom, a country with clear class distinctions. The poor and criminals were confined to the gray terminal outside the city. Sabo originally came from a noble family, but he loathed the nobility's hypocrisy and corruption, refusing to associate with his selfish parents. Thus he ran away and became friends with Ace, intending to set sail together. However, their happiness was short-lived. Sabo's father hired the Blue Jam pirates to capture him and imprisoned him at home, forbidding him from interacting with Ace and Luffy. One day, Sabo overheard the kingdom's plan to burn down the Grey Terminal because the celestial dragons were coming to inspect the kingdom. The nobles considered the Grey Terminal a stain on the kingdom and wanted to erase it along with the people inside to maintain the country's beauty. Despite the upper class knowing about the plan, they remained indifferent. Sabo wanted to tell Ace and Luffy about it, but his father caught him and locked him at home. Meanwhile, the Blue Jam pirates initiated the burning operation and quickly set fire to the Grey Terminal. They also captured Luffy and Ace, pressuring them to reveal the treasure's location. In the critical moment, Ace awakened his Haoshiku Haki for the first time, stunning the pirates and engaging in a fight with Blue Jam. Dayton arrived to help Ace and joined the battle. After an intense struggle, they barely defeated Blue Jam. At the same time, the Revolutionary Dragon appeared with the Revolutionary Army, including Ivankov and the young tyrant Kuma. They rescued the people, and Dragon stated his determination to change the corrupt world. The fire eventually destroyed the Grey Terminal, but thanks to Dragon's help, the people inside survived. The next day, the Celestial Dragons arrived at the Goa Kingdom, and all the nobles went to the harbor to welcome them. Sabo took the opportunity to escape from home and stole a fishing boat, planning to set sail as a free pirate. However, the Celestial Dragons confronted him and ruthlessly used cannon fire to destroy Sabo's boat, causing him to fall into the depths of the sea. Afterward, Ace and Luffy received news of Sabo's tragic fate, and they both fell into deep sorrow. Ace even received a letter from Sabo, where he wrote, "When you see this letter, I've already set sail. Although I don't know where I'll go next, I'll become stronger. Maybe we'll meet again on the sea." Two older brothers and a younger brother, that's a strange combination, but it's our most precious bond. Finally, our little brother, Luffy, I'm counting on you. Ace. Afterward, Luffy felt concerned that Ace might eventually meet the same fate. Nevertheless, Ace reassured him, making a vow never to die.
俺は死なねえ。サボからも俺は頼まれてんだ。約束だ。俺は絶対に死なねえ。俺たちは絶対に悔いのないように生きるんだ。
To protect those they cherished, both of them embarked on rigorous training. They planned to set sail and carry on Sabo's will when they turned 17. On the day when Sabo was believed to have died, a young Zoro spotted a revolutionary army ship on the shore. As it turned out, Sabo didn't die. He received treatment from Dragon and joined the revolutionary army. Time flew by, and years later, Ace and Luffy turned 17 and embarked on their own adventures. Every time they parted ways, Dayton couldn't bear to say goodbye to her two sons. Finally, Luffy defeated the Lord of the Coast and declared his dream, commencing his legendary adventure. Returning to the present, Luffy ceased his reminiscing about Ace. Encouraged by Jinbe, he recollected memories of his comrades and decided to set sail immediately to fulfill their promise of reuniting in 3 days. On the other side, Garp, having ended the Summit War, returned to Windmill Village. As a marine hero, he received a warm welcome from the villagers. However, Dayton intercepted him and knocked him down with a stick, questioning why he didn't save Ace. What else in this world is more important than family? Meanwhile, red-haired Shanks and Marco laid Whitebeard and Ace to rest. Father and son now rest eternally together, silently watching the ebb and flow of the sea. In different parts of the world, the Straw Hat members learned of the events of the Summit War. They all worried about Luffy and made arrangements to head to the Sabaody archipelago. The process won't be easy, but they are determined to share in Luffy's pain, undeterred by any obstacles. On Amazon Lily, Rayleigh unexpectedly swam there without any tools and found Luffy. He returned Luffy's straw hat and then explained the story of Kuma. It turned out that Kuma was a Revolutionary Army officer who snuck everyone away to rescue them from Kizaru's grasp. Afterward, Rayleigh warned Luffy that the Straw Hat crew's current strength was insufficient to survive in the New World. The calamities that occurred in the Sabaody archipelago would recur in the New World. Thus the top priority was to enhance their strength to ensure their continued journey. Finally, Luffy accepted Rayleigh's advice. With Rayleigh and Jinbe, he headed to Marineford for a moment of silence to mourn the Summit War. Luffy knocked the bell 16 times and inscribed 3D2Y on his arm. This was the message he wanted to convey to his crew through the newspapers. The original plan to meet up on Sunny in 3 days was changed to reassemble after 2 years. During these 2 years, everyone should improve themselves. The news of Luffy's tribute to the Summit War spread quickly worldwide. Upon seeing the photo in the newspaper, his comrades understood Luffy's intentions, except for Zoro, who took a little longer. Of course, apart from the Straw Hat crew, various stories were unfolding all over the world. The supernovas had entered the New World, Buggy was appointed as one of the 7 warlords of the sea by the world government, and the former warlord, Mariah, was ruthlessly attacked by Doflamingo after the Summit War. Fortunately, Absalom's invisibility saved Mariah's life. In addition, Blackbeard was vying for one of the 4 emperors' positions, capturing Bonnie in an attempt to make her his ship's bride. However, upon Akainu's arrival, Blackbeard had to abandon his plan and escape. Meanwhile, the Straw Hat crew members were all going through their own training and experiences in their respective locations. In Torino Kingdom, Chopper quelled the war between humans and birds and dedicated himself to studying medicine. Nami was at Weatheria, studying the weather of the Grand Line. Frankie was on Karakuri Island, researching how to strengthen the Thousand Sunny. Sanji encountered Ivankov on Momwaro Island and underwent challenging training with him. Brook held concerts on Lazybones Island. Robin accompanied the revolutionaries to Baltigo headquarters. Usopp studied the offensive capabilities of special animals and plants on Boyne Archipelago. Zoro kneeled before Mihawk at the castle, requesting to learn swordsmanship from him, all in an effort to help Luffy achieve his dream of becoming the Pirate King. He humbled himself before his ultimate adversary.
お前のような男がプライドを捨てるときは 必ず誰かのためだと決まっている。
As for Luffy, he went to Rusakana with Rayleigh for training. He became Rayleigh's disciple and began learning various forms of hockey. Time passed, and the next reunion would be after 2 years. What would the Straw Hat crew look like in 2 years? What thrilling adventures would they experience in the new world? We will find out in the next installment. Thank you all. Goodbye.